Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Oak Park and River Forest High School's 142nd commencement ceremony. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the class of 2018. Congratulations. graduates, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2018. Would everyone please remain standing for the national anthem, sung by graduating senior Lucy Economos. Lucy?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. The 2018 commencement will proceed without interruption as printed in your programs. Madam President.
To the Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Pruitt-Adams, Principal Rouse, faculty and staff members, families and friends. Truthfully, it is impossible for me to deliver a graduation speech without bragging on the group of people sitting in front of me. So please bear with me for a moment. My fellow graduates, I am honored to be part of a class of such brilliant, talented, amazing people. Honestly, you all are the best. The sequence of time we've spent together has been a track that has loosely connected us over the past 4 years. We have all brushed paths, living in the lives of one another, and coming together as a collective for moments like these. There is solidarity in the fact that we've grown up in this world together and now coexist in a state of transition and reflection. Having reached the milestone of graduation, we can all look back on a unique experience that will inform the rest of our lives in one way or another. At this celebratory point in time, many of us grapple with synthesizing what our experience here ultimately means. However, before we attempt this, I believe it is most important to express gratitude. Whoever pushed you through a difficult time to get you where you are today, I encourage you to recognize them. It could have been a long day at school, final exams, or a project you had to work on late Sunday night because when it was assigned 2 weeks ago, you thought, 2 whole weekends? That's plenty of time. When reflecting upon these instances, it is important for us to remember who helped us through them. Whether it was a family member, a friend, a mentor, a tutor, a teacher that generously devoted their time, even a pet that kept you company, or a musical artist whose album got you through the day, or John or Hank Green for all of their crash courses, or even the creators of Schmoop, we all have someone to thank for making our time here all the better. So it is with gratitude that I say I am so proud of each and every one of you and look forward to seeing what you accomplish in the years to come. As you go off to do great things, which I am confident all of you are capable of doing, continue to be the exceptional people that you are and never forget to express gratitude along the way. Thank you.
gold is more than a mere instrument for cutting wood. To generations of dupers, or dear old Oak Parkers, it has a special meaning. It is the sacred axe that symbolizes all that is good at Oak Park and River Forest High School.
First presented by the class of 1905, the axe has been transferred each year to the incoming senior class by the outgoing class as a visible symbol of the responsibility to uphold the traditions of those things that are best. Each year, the outgoing class adds a ribbon to the axe as a symbol for the year. The ribbons on this axe date back over 110 years.
It is with pride and respect that I now pass to you Charlie Lemke Bell. As next year's president of Student Council, this axe as a symbol of Oak Park and River Forest High School. We know that next year's class of 2019 will take great pride in carrying on the traditions that are a part of us all.
The front of the tabula for 2018 has 4 of the most powerful words. This is our world. As I look out into the faces of our graduates, I know this to be true. I see so much more than young adults who will receive their diplomas today. I see more than 848 graduates who have made it through the 4 years of rigorous coursework, tests, activities, and fun. I see more than the $10.2 million in scholarships. I see more than the record-breaking 33 Scholarship Cup recipients. I see more than future Harvard, Stanford, UIC, Northwestern, West Point graduates, craftsmen, members of the armed forces, and more. I see more than the 3 perfect ACT scores. I see our future. I see our world, and it belongs to them. High school was just a training ground that laid the framework ahead. I say to the parents, family members, faculty, and staff that before you sits young adults who have the self-confidence, perseverance, determination, and the grit to meet the challenges this world heads on. To the graduates, yes, the past 4 years were hard. Okay, to the graduates, yes, the past 4 years were hard, but you made it. You're here in this place at this time. And yes, it is your time. Your hard work has paid off. Just think about it. You shuttled between challenging classes, student life. You've led clubs, maybe played an instrument or a sport. You volunteered. You interned. You held down 1 and in some cases 2 jobs. You've made lifelong friends and discovered exactly who you are and what you're made of. Being an OPRFS Husky has strengthened your sense and purpose and ambition. Over the course of the last 4 years, the faculty and staff have worked in partnership with your parents, your guardians, your family, friends, and neighbors to instill within you not only knowledge, but a sense of strength and self-pride. Know, however, that in those 4 years, we learned a lot from you. We learned through your voice those things that were of importance to you and your generation. We learned that through the Me Too movement, you wanted us to strengthen our sexual harassment and misconduct policies. You spoke out against gun violence to end school shootings. You stood firm to see that we developed procedures for gender equity for our transgender and non-conforming students. You said to us we needed to look at our curriculum as it related to English. You sat on a strategic implementation teams. You told us that you wanted our hiring to include teachers who are reflective of our student demographic. And you told us how you wanted our future facilities to look through Imagine. This is your legacy, the opportunities you've created for Huskies yet to come. These kinds of opportunities have helped us to transform our district and what we stand for. Know that the countless number of scholars, professionals, artists, and leaders from every field who received and built their foundation through the halls of OPRF, these generations of young men and women who walked before you across this stage have paved the way. So class of 2018, I challenge the Jonathan Banks, the Hassan Cannons, the Jasmine Binions, the Jack Fishers, the Kara Jacksons, the Clara Sullivans, the Sydney Rayburns, the Aaliyah Youngs, the Fiona Jacksons, the Matthew Venisons, the Max Freeman, the Lauren Flowers of this world, and all of you in the class of 2018, that as you leave today and embark upon the next phase of your journey, to know that it is now your turn to engage with this world and create it in a way that is the broadest possible benefit as a result of your education here. You have the knowledge and the power to make this world unlike one we've ever known. The insights and ideas shaped in your time here hold the promise in turn to shape the world. How you take advantage of the opportunities before you can in turn impact and leave lives plentiful for others. I know you will meet the challenge with the same drive, grace, and determination of which you went through your 4 years. In closing, in the words of President Barack Obama, change will not come if you wait for some other person or some other time. You are the ones we've been waiting for. You are the change that we seek. This world is yours, so get out there and take it by storm. Dr. Moore. It is with pleasure that I say to the members of the Board of Education, by the authority vested in me as Superintendent of Oak Park and River Forest High School District 200, and by the Illinois State Board of Education, I certify that the senior class of 2018 presented to you today and as posted in the official commencement program have each, I'm going to say that twice, have each successfully completed the District 200 and State of Illinois requirements necessary for a high school diploma. It is my honor to present to you and the Board of Education the graduating class of 2018.
Thank you, Dr. Pruitt-Adams. On behalf of the entire board, I offer my congratulations to the class of 2018. My official role as a board member is to implement policy, governance, and financial stewardship of the district, all necessary and worthy responsibilities, which of course are taken seriously. But seriously? If that were the only thing required of me, I don't think I would have signed up for a second term. No, that's not the reason I'm on the school board. I'm here because I understand the value of a good education, one that challenges you and nurtures you simultaneously. That type of education can only happen when every student feels school is a safe space where they are welcomed and feel connected. In short, Oak Park and River Forest High School must reflect all things that are best in each of you. Here's what I'm learning about how we continue to ensure you know that OPRF is your school. Each of you has a story that is perfectly your own and comprised of the richness of your experiences, those born of joy and those from trauma or sadness. They all inform who you are and how you show up. In a school this size, I imagine it's sometimes hard to know if anyone knows and appreciates your story and understands that you don't store your personal life in your locker until the end of the day. Everyone needs to feel heard, valued, and respected. Whether you're a freshman wandering the halls during those first days of school, wondering if you'll ever feel comfortable, a senior lost in thought second semester, hoping to have the right answer to the question, what are your plans after you graduate? The teacher who's been up all night with a sick baby, but still can passionately engage her students, even though her little one is not too far from her thoughts. Or the custodian, whose face seems tired, even though his workday is starting as your school day ends. Each of us carries our story, and it is as much an aspect of our being as our DNA. It can be a source of strength or shame. But here's the important part. You get to choose. Don't let anyone deny you your experiences. Work to learn from them. Embrace all that you've been given and know that it can serve you well as you step out into the world as newly minted high school graduates. Keep learning, asking for help, trying new things. Keep those Snapchat streaks going. All of it is important. It is a part of the pact that you make with yourself to honor and remember all the good in you. Every day won't be a good day, but I promise you, if you can be still for a moment, you will find pockets of joy in every circumstance. Okay, now, I want you to take a moment and just look up and down the aisles at your fellow classmates. In the not too distant future, you'll be celebrating class reunions and returning to homecoming games as alums. Remember these faces and the friendships you've made. They will serve you well for a lifetime. Okay, got one more. Look back and all around. Look back all around. Embrace all the love, support, and faith in your future that surrounds you. We believe in you. Celebrate today as a sweet victory, both individual and collective, with the exuberance of youth that I hope you never lose. The quote, "The days are long, but the years are short," resonates today in ways that I'm sure everyone here can appreciate. This day marks the end of your high school career, but I hope each of you knows it is a new beginning. Explore all the possibilities. As you journey out into the world, we watch with pride and care as you turn the corner to see what awaits. Don't ever forget, OPRF is your school. And promise us this, every once in a while, come back to your alma mater. You'll see that we're here, supporting you, cheering you on, and wishing you well. Congratulations, class of 2018. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I guess I'm supposed to give a speech now. Hello, everybody. First off, I want to thank Principal Rouse, Superintendent Dr. Pruitt-Adams, all the board members, and all the wonderful teachers, staff, faculty, volunteers, and family that have made our high school experience great. Thank you all. There are so many people to thank, and we thank you all for your service and your commitment to us and our education. I'm here to talk to you all about being great. What I'm about to say may change the course of your life if you let it. My name is Jonathan, but those who know me call me JV. Today's graduation day, and I know we all read the rules in the graduation packet, but you guys can loosen up. You only get one high school graduation, and it's here. So feel free to laugh a little. Isn't today a great day? It's a great day to be alive. I challenge each of you all to be great today. These past 4 years at Oak Park and River Forest High School have really been great. Don't believe me? Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines great as notably large in size. And I think we can all agree that our 4 years, especially this last semester, have been pretty long. But we made it. Like, yay! These 4 years have been great, full of emotion. At least that's what Merriam-Webster says is another definition. Full of emotion. I don't think it would take long for any of us to think back to an emotional memory or time in these past 4 years. It's our emotions that stick with us, our emotions that lead to our memories, and our memories are what we keep and hold on to. They are the very things that shape our character and make us who we are. Even if you didn't see the movie Inside Out, you know that our emotions matter. They're important. And when you reflect on your high school experience, I hope you remember the positive emotions. Cherish them. Think about them. Write them down. Tell other people your stories. You'll be glad you did. Another definition of great, remarkable in magnitude, degree, or effectiveness. A lot of definitions, right? It's a pretty great word if you ask me. I sure hope you all have been taking notes, by the way, but if you haven't, it'll be posted on the Google Classroom afterwards, so you guys can check that out. Our 4 years spent at OPRF have truly been remarkable. I mean, think about how far we've come. The magnitude of what you all have accomplished is amazing. You survived these 4 years and everything that this school has thrown at you. Snow day makeups, we did them. Driver's ed road tests, we panicked over them. Promposals, we planned them. Pizza slices, we ate them. 4-year plans, we made them. And remade them. Group projects, we survived them. Summer reading books, we opened them once or twice. Winterfest, we didn't go to them. School spirit assemblies, we did go to them, for the most part. But think about what you've accomplished. The sheer magnitude of your performance in this school thus far is worth clapping for. So give yourselves a hand. Now find someone near you and give them a high five, because regardless of who you are, we're all celebrating here together. Thank you. Hey. But what are we celebrating? Our graduation, obviously, but we should also celebrate our greatness. I mean, we have great potential. I can practically feel the greatness radiating from us all. Unless it's the sun, which fortunately we got a little shade now. Our high school years have been full of emotion and memories and beautiful, hilarious, everlasting stories. They truly have been remarkable as well. But just because your high school experience ends today, your greatness doesn't have to. Let your greatness continue to grow. The last definition of greatness? Greatness is long continued, like a great distance or a great while. Your greatness can extend beyond graduation day. Let your greatness grow, Huskies. We are great. OPRF is all about those things that are best. Let your life be about those things that are great. Our contagious greatness can ignite our generation, ultimately changing the nation. Don't waste any time. Life's too short. Greatness calls. Cultivate your greatness. Let it grow and watch your life get better. Those around you will see it. I can see it already. Huskies, be great today and be greater tomorrow. Thank you so much. And now I am pleased to present to you all my fellow graduate, Eva Kornman. Please give her a warm welcome.
Thank you, JB. Good afternoon. It is my honor to be able to address everyone here on this day of new beginnings and final closures. Perhaps most importantly, I would like to address all of my peers and say, congratulations, class of 2018. It may have felt like the longest 4 years, or it may have felt like barely a week has passed since we first entered the halls of OPRF, but regardless of the nature of our time here, we did it. We've developed into outstanding individuals and discovered our passions, our strengths, and even our weaknesses. We've struggled, we've thrived, and we've pulled all-nighters with the company of the people we've grown to love and cherish. Whether you can look back fondly upon your time spent here, or whether you look back wishing that you had approached these experiences with a different mindset, regardless, this chapter of our lives has come to an end. It's been crazy, it's been incredible, but we made it together. While we gather here for the final time, I want to discuss something that I have come to understand is of the utmost importance, and that I hope everyone here can take with them in some manner as we all move forward. And that is the importance of curiosity and the desire to learn. I think it's important to stress something that I believe is not well understood in our world, our schools, and in our own minds, which is that curiosity does not, and should not, pertain only to what we do at school. Curiosity is not just for scientists. Curiosity is not just for scholars. Curiosity is not just for children. Curiosity can take many forms in any type of lifestyle. Whether that may be a curiosity about the well-being of your friends and your family, or a curiosity about your own emotions and decisions, I'm convinced that there is at least one way that every single person here today can keep themselves curious. But why? Why stay curious when, holding our diplomas, we may feel as though we know everything we need to know? Why stay curious when we have unlimited information at our fingertips? Why stay curious when we feel as though we know all the answers? And to this I will respond in the only way that I know how. Curiosity creates change. Once we start getting curious about the systems that are in place, or about the reasons behind what goes on in our lives, we can start asking questions. It is this inquisitiveness, this curiosity about what is going on, and if we could do it differently, if we could do it better, that is the true source of greater change. And I believe that all of us sitting here today are more than qualified to implement greater change in a world that needs it now more than ever. Therefore, I ask of you, and I encourage you, to stay curious, class of 2018. Finally, I want to discuss the importance of maintaining a lifelong desire to learn. While we are all gathered here today to celebrate the end of our high school education, I want to make very clear that learning does not end with high school. No matter your age, no matter whether you are a future scholar, athlete, artist, or anyone else, no matter the maximum speed that the neurons in your brain can fire, learning does not, should not, and cannot stop once your education stops. Why do you do the things that you do? The way this has always made sense to me is through the concept of intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is when your actions are driven by external rewards, such as money, fame, or good grades. Maybe you studied for math for 3 hours because you wanted to get a good grade in your class. Maybe you spent your whole life dancing because you want to become a famous dancer. And that's fine, really. If that's what you want, then you should strive to reach those goals. But I believe that what connects us as humans, what gives life meaning, is our intrinsic motivations. Intrinsic motivation is when your actions are not driven by external rewards. Intrinsic motivation might be studying math for 3 hours because nothing else in your life gives you that incredible feeling, quite like when you finally solve a complex problem. Intrinsic motivation is spending every day dancing because if you didn't dance, if you couldn't dance, life would lose meaning to you. So often, our learning arises from extrinsic motivation. It's the way things have always been done. As students, we've constantly been questioned, assessed, and scored based on what we do in school, and it's no wonder that we learn for the test and study for a letter grade. But I hope that as we've matured throughout these 4 years at OPRF, and as we continue to mature in the rest of our lives, that we begin to learn intrinsically. That we can strive to learn things for the sake of learning them. That we can begin to uncover just one out of the unfathomable many mysteries that are waiting for us with bated breath. Learn and live and leave a scratch in the shape that only your fingernails can make. In closing, I want to leave you with this. I urge you to get passionate about something. Get passionate about anything. Get curious about it and learn everything you can. Talk to people, listen to people, and share what you've learned. If people think you're crazy, it's only because they never felt strongly about anything the way that you do. So stay crazy, stay curious, never stop learning, and congratulations, class of 2018.
Members of the class of 2018 will now receive their diplomas from their counselor and a board member. Our readers today are Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Gregory Johnson, and Student Intervention Director, Janelle Bishop. And as always, we ask that you reserve your applause and recognition until all diplomas have been presented so that all graduates and their families may hear their names. Thank you so much.
Jonathan Banks. Andrew Barkigia. Eva Kornman. Marta Kortanovis. Grace Doyle. Julia Edibuttle. Sarah Flynn. Brian Gallagher. Natalie Garino. Peter Halloran. Maeve Heflin. Lydia Heinig. Fiona Jackson. Hannah Kyden. Rachel Kelly. Kelsey Liebert. Julia Meister. Alexandra Muleisen. Maeve Nelson. Ella Neerman. Thomas Pasternak. Magna Paul. Liam Peachy. Grace Peterson. Claire Rorty. Emma K. Smith. Rachel Snodgrass. David Snyder. Sophia Sordilia. Jacob Spangler. Christian Steinhofer. Matthew Wietzen. Abraham Zura. Kylan Adams.
Cameron Bates.
Miles Adams.
Janae Bates.
Fumi Adeyemi.
Caitlin Kent.
Gabriela Aguilar Ripley.
Carly Kernodle.
Omer Aharon.
Kabir Khanna.
Anthony Alexander.
Julius Kabir Evans.
Bryant Allen.
Sophia Kiesling.
Justin Allen.
Leah Kindler.
Nathaniel Allgood.
Francisca Kleba.
Sydney Allgood.
Samuel Klevgard.
Violet Alshide.
Justin Klima.
Sabrina Alvarado.
Thomas Klein.
Eduardo Alvarez.
Daniel Klugman.
Abigail Amador.
Monica Knickram.
Aiden Anderson.
Richard Kitch.
Chaz Anderson.
Jacoby Knox.
Julian Anderson.
Jackson Kohlenberger.
Promise Anderson.
Miles Kosick.
William Anderson.
Marguerite Kosterman.
Gianna Andrioli.
Noah Cowell.
Joey Ann Angara.
Matthew Kreis.
Lucas Anshel.
Megan Krikow.
Naya Anthony.
Andrew Kruger.
John Aarons.
Roger Krasinski.
Callum Ashley.
Adam Kiken.
Julianne Atchison.
Cameron Lamb.
Jacqueline Atwood.
Luke Landis.
Carolyn Baca.
Marquise Lane.
Catherine Bacchus.
Nicholas Larson.
Peter Body.
Aurelie Laurent.
Jenna Baig.
Tatiana LeBeau.
Audrey Baker.
Haley Ledbetter.
Jacob Baker.
Adam Lee.
Joshua Ballinger.
Nakeith Lee.
Roe Balmer.
Lucas Lennon.
Derek Banks.
Jane Leipold.
Jameer Banks.
Aiden Lenahan.
Nikayla Barlow.
Martinez Lenyun.
Emma Barnard.
Jovan Leshur.
Ricardo Barrera.
George Lewis.
Veronica Barrett.
Imani Imani Lewis,
Brendan Barrett,
Sydney Lewis,
Gabriela Bascunyan Simon,
Allison Libby,
Sylvia Battersby,
Peter Garrett Lindsay,
Catherine Bouse,
Johnstein Lindsay,
Cameron Bayer,
Catherine Lingen,
Brett Barrows,
Isabella Lissack,
Richard Beal,
Paul Lisuzo,
Matthew Bell,
Henry Label,
Jasmine Binion,
Connor Lohenry,
Vincent Berardino,
Spencer Lombardo,
James Bernard,
Maria Lopez,
Natalie Billick,
Liam Lochran,
J. Graham Hardwick,
Rhiannon Lautfi,
Jada Turner Bailey,
Sean Lauder,
Cora Berry,
Robert Liu,
Noah Bissell,
Virginia Lucas,
Sarah Bay,
Colomboy Mabwa,
Amari Billups,
Anthony Madrigal,
Brianna Billups,
Trayshawn Manson,
Cody Bender,
Devia Markley,
Kaylee Birdsong,
Haley Martins,
Davis Birmingham,
Grace Filion,
Charles Blakey,
David Romine,
Jillian Bacchus,
Kiata Cooper,
Riley Bonacorsi,
Deontay Cox,
Elizabeth Borgicos,
Emily Cribben,
Tyrus Bowdry,
Christina Cruz,
Fiona Bowling,
Bryce Bobby Hayes,
Jorge Anthony Boyas,
Catherine Hesterman,
Fred Brandstrader,
Abigail Higgins,
Declan Kavanaugh,
Raven Higgs,
Emma Celio,
Daryl Hill,
Devon Chamberlain,
Mitchell Hurt,
Emily Charnota,
Benjamin Ho,
Amari Chapman,
Tierra Hodges,
Ariana Belinda Chavarria,
Amira Holloman,
Samuel Chosek,
Laura Honderich,
Veronica Coffey,
Kaylin Howard,
Emily Cole,
Haley Huckstep,
Davin Colvin,
Corey Hudson,
Stone Connor,
Nicholas Humbert,
Sebastian Contreras,
Liam Hutchinson,
George Dickerson,
Rebecca Isley,
Marlo Dillard,
Robert Iwashima,
Addison Ditzel,
Kara Jackson,
Deja Dixon,
Kayla Jackson,
Michaela Dixon,
Olivia Jackson,
Shaylin Dixon,
Isaac Hymas,
Charles Donlin,
Zoe Yakovievich,
Charlotte Dappies,
Ryan Jansen,
Greta Drain,
Daniel Jacina,
Margaret Dring,
Isel Jimenez,
Kaylin Dublin,
Cassidy Madison,
Emily Duffy,
Hunter Malley,
Gabriel Dunbar,
Alyssa Mendel,
Cameron Duncan,
Benjamin Manola,
Alana Durkop.
Nilo Manola.
Mache Zumala.
Benjamin Marcus.
Lucy Economos.
William Henry Mastbrook.
Matthew Ellis.
Miles Matthews.
Eliza Endless.
Brian May.
Jessica English.
Tyra Maynard.
Java Irvin.
Shatoria Mays.
Renner Eschenroder.
Miranda Mazzero.
David Estrada Zuniga.
Cullen McAndrews.
Cameron Evans.
Maxwell McDermott.
Grace Evans.
Mazzie McDonald.
Jack Evenson.
Carrington McGowan.
Grace Ewell.
Aaron McGuire.
Kayla Figatner.
Grace McGuire.
Zion Finley.
Isabel McMahon.
Daniel Franklin.
Selena McNeil.
Iana Hampton.
Patrick McNichols.
Stacy Harris.
Grace Medina.
Kennedy Holliday.
Ethel Mendius.
Scott Brenand.
John Menzies.
Isabel Brandt.
Samuel Menzies.
Daniel Brango.
Joseph Merkel.
Jack Brennan.
Benjamin Mertz.
Edward Brenneman.
Sidney Meyer.
Amaria Brewer.
Zoe Middleton.
Hope Bridges.
James Milan.
Madeline Brisbane.
Panayotis Milionis.
Kiara Broderick.
Dahlia Compton.
David Brodnax Jr.
Nicole Mancinelli.
Amora Brooks.
Sabrina Medalla.
Talia Brookstein Burke.
Michael Milad.
Diego Brown.
Levi Miller.
Jacob Brown.
Lillian Miller.
Jalen Brown.
Jasmine Mitchell.
Jalen A. Brown.
Jonathan Mitchell.
Janita Brown.
Ibrahim Mokhtar.
Ryan Brown.
Miles Molette Hughes.
Zachary Brown.
Riley Maloney.
Andrew Broxton.
Derek Monroy.
Kedrick Bryant.
Miha Montgomery.
Aaron Daniel Ortiz Bucal.
Andrew Moore.
Eloise Burnham.
Ryan Moore.
Imani Burns.
Terrence Moore.
Liam Burns.
Tariq Morgan.
Yasmin Burton.
Terry Morgan.
Tamia Bird.
Caleb Morris.
Annie Byrne.
John Morrissey IV.
Juliana Kabakungan.
Nicholas Morse.
Jane Callahan.
Luca Munch.
Hassani Cannon.
Nadia Mohammed.
Jacob Cantrell.
Alvaro Munoz.
Kendall Cantrell.
Brianna Murphy Little.
Evelyn Capelli.
Andrew Nielsen.
Ryan Cargi.
Samantha Nielsen.
Lucas Carrillo.
Benjamin Nesbitt.
Philip Carroll.
Maxwell Neville.
Elijah Carter.
Joshua Newmark.
Janae Carter.
Toby Nieras.
Lola Casillas.
Elaine Nikolov.
Daniel Castaneda.
Isabel Nolan.
Edward Castaneda.
Emmett Norman.
Kyle Catrambone.
Sophia Norton.
Nicole Cerniglia.
Iris Nosak.
Brianna Melendez.
Hope Nowak.
Storm Coleman.
Henry O'Brien.
Maya Covington.
Tierra Oliphant.
Miles Covington.
Edward Ardonez.
Simone Duncan.
Mora Pawelko.
Annie Tang.
Annie Deemer Nagel.
Sophia Charco.
Michael O'Shea.
Mia Chang.
Aiden O'Keefe.
Prayer Childress.
Michael Obermeyer.
Grace Cho.
Kialoha Ogunsheatun.
Grace Ciccarelli.
Peyton Oshiftu.
Maureen Clancy.
Sagana Ondande.
Vito Claps III.
Glendon Opalski.
Aiden Colson.
Adriana Orr.
Amaya Coleman.
Anthony Orr.
Virgil Anthony Conanan.
Elijah Osit.
Elsie Connor.
Connor Ostro.
Lily Connolly.
Brittany Owens.
Julianne Cosette.
Fletcher Padden.
Kara Cosette.
Eduardo Palmares.
Benjamin Kramer.
Olivia Parenti.
Liam Crawford.
Andrew Parikh.
Olivia Crossman.
Claire Perel.
John Kandari.
Timothy Patterson.
Deja Curtis.
Annalise Paul.
Kieran Daly.
Nora Paul.
Serena Daly.
Jake Peavy.
Kennedy Daniels.
Kaihe Pelton Saito.
Sheldon Daniels.
Sebastian Perez.
Samantha Davis.
Margaret Parisho.
Maximilian DeStefano.
Adasia Peters.
Catherine DeForest.
Menon Pfeiffer.
Felice de Guzman.
Chance Phillips.
Tiana de Guzman.
Joseph Pickering.
Oswald Delgado.
Ben Pierce.
Grace Dirks.
Chloe Pimental.
Marco Diaz.
Cameron Pitts.
Addison Dick.
Corey Poe.
Kira Doherty.
Sophia Poe.
Robert Dombrowski.
Jolie Pont.
Grace Dorian.
Benjamin Pooley.
Avery Elsner.
Adam Potter.
Gunnar Moselle.
Sarah Powers.
Dakari Sibley.
Natasha Praise.
Emiliano Espinosa.
Karishma Pride.
Milos Ewart.
James Purinhaj.
Connell Fahey.
Matthew Quilling.
Donovan Fahey Branch.
Cynthia Rakers.
Brayley Thaler.
Erica Ramos.
Andrew Ferris.
Sydney Rayburn.
Catherine Farley.
Max Razino.
Grace Farnham.
Shaolin Red.
Serena Farrar.
Gabriel Reed.
Grayson Selton.
Michael Reed.
Kelleher Felton.
Jalen Reese.
Sofia Fernandez Perez.
Aiden Remington.
Sarah Fickenshire.
William Rhodes Martin.
Tajada Folsom Beck.
Luke Rippin.
Jackson Fisher.
Matthew Rippin.
Jack Fisher.
Riley Rivera.
Zoe Fisher.
Corey Robinson.
Kian Flanagan.
William Roach.
Lauren Flowers.
Charles Rutman.
William Foytick.
Grace Dalton.
Trey Figatner.
Gabriel Darley.
Alexander Fortman.
Fatima David.
Sophia Fournier.
Jackson Delisle.
Donnell Fraley.
Declan Delahanty.
Owen Franco.
Grace Dennis.
Max Freeman.
Joseph Reyes.
Evan Friedman.
Jalen Reynolds.
Daniel Fromberg.
Jenna Ricks.
Isaiah Fuller.
Esme Riordan.
Jeffrey Garbett.
George Robbins.
Eric Garcia.
Catherine Roberts.
Mireya Garcia.
Ricky Robinson.
Charles Gearing.
Ann Rogers.
Avery George.
Alyssa Rodriguez.
Robert George.
Lucia Rodriguez Nelson.
Daniel Gerasimov.
Camille Rogers.
Annika Gerdes.
Lauren Rolfing.
Parthenia Garavi.
Claudia Ronner.
Tajo Gill.
Christina Roris.
Sydney Gillette.
Victoria Sophia Rossetti Islas.
Aaron Goldenberg.
Ethan Roskopf.
JC Rish.
Abram Ross.
Gabriel Aponte.
Malachi Ross.
Cameron Burgess.
Michael Ross.
Tamaya Gentry.
Paige Ross.
Talvin Gibson II.
Henry Ruka.
Kevin Gilbert.
Terrence Roundy.
Alexandra Gill.
Roland Royal III.
Kristen Gill.
Abigail Sachs.
Maya Gibson.
Grace Sagal.
Olivia Glass.
Jacob Sadira.
Audrey Glock.
Philip Sela.
Gailey Glover.
Carlos Sanchez.
Michaela Goins.
Jacob Sanchez.
Mateo Golden.
Ryland Tunney.
Maxfield Goldstein.
Grace Underhill.
Michaela Goldstein.
Joseph Benici.
Marco Gonzalez.
George Valleca.
Antonio Gonzalez.
Julian Valderrama.
Jonathan Gonzalez.
Keith Valentine.
Peter Gonzalez.
Alexander Vandermeer.
Philip Goodman Goodwin Jr.
Kevin Vanek.
Jacob Gordon.
Anna Grace Vargo.
Helena Gorgel.
Angelica Vasco.
Jose Gorman.
Emma Vichik.
Julia Gorman.
Anthony Venable.
Brianna Grayer.
Nathaniel Veronis.
Rana Green.
Annika Waco.
Joanna Greenberg.
Maya Walker.
Jordan Greenberg.
Samer Abuamra.
Nicholas Greenwalt.
Melanie Range.
Zachary Greenwalt.
Aaliyah Rosito.
Ariana Griffith.
Amaya Rosito.
Mary Jane Grimes.
Matthew Sanford.
Majesty Gunn.
Carolyn Santos.
Audrey Gerdian.
Ali Saraceno.
Eric Gusloff.
Eden Saraceno.
India Guthrie.
George Sorrantos.
Marcel Giongi.
Owen Savoy.
Megan Hackett.
George Savramis.
Thomas Hager III.
Kayla Scatton.
Christopher Hall.
Carly Schaefer.
Serene Hannah Morrison.
Isaac Shader.
Tatum Hansen.
Corey Schmidt.
Peter Harlovick.
Patrick Schmidt.
Akeisha Harrell.
Gabriel Schoenman.
Kaylin Harris.
Mateo Schroeder.
Keith Harrison.
Andrew Schultz.
Connor Hartweg.
Catherine Schumacher.
Carter Hartzell.
Monier Scott.
Annabelle Heinig.
Grace Scully.
Kayla Henderson.
Charles Sellers.
Lasha Soleil Henderson.
Henry Sellers.
Casey Hepburn.
Samuel Sellers.
Julia Herbst.
Samuel Seltzer.
Andrew Hernandez.
Isabel Sevilla.
Jose Hernandez.
Clark Shanahan.
Ethan Hess.
Joseph Sheridan.
Henry Hess.
Lily Sheridan.
Abigail Heyer.
Noah Sherman.
Anna Hodis.
Francis Sherry Savage.
Benjamin Holloway.
Megan Schinker.
Chelsea Boyette.
Marlena Siegel.
Talia Hogan.
Callie Siganik.
Joy Holman.
Cameron Silha.
William Hope.
Micah Simmons.
Daniel Horn.
Ryan Simmons.
Michael Houston.
Hunter Simon.
Andrew Inksetter.
Sia Simpson.
Asha Ivy.
Isaiah Sims.
Amaris Jackson.
Bryce Sipora.
Demina Jackson.
Coleman Sitzman.
Tyron Jackson.
Megan Slade.
Cabral Johnson.
Savannah Slayton.
Grace Johnson.
Alessandra Sloyven.
Henry Johnson.
Ayana Sloan,
Sydney Johnson,
Aaron Sullivan,
Bria Jones,
Daniel Super,
Gerard Jones,
Anna Testori,
Jasmine Jones,
Kira Theodore,
Levi Jones,
Ezekiel Wilmer,
Raven Jones,
Caleb Smith,
Zariah Jones,
Cassandra Smith,
Samuel Jordan,
David Smith,
Ariella Kahan Harth,
Emma N. Smith,
Anna Calais,
Aaron Smith,
Quinlan Callista,
Ian Smith,
Evan Cameron,
John Smith,
Alexander Captor Guzman,
Nathan Smith,
Yanni Karabatsos,
Scott Smith,
Ella Karnowski,
Spencer Smith,
Evan Kavanaugh,
Tarvis Smith Jr.,
Georgia K,
Zoe Smith,
Lakeisha Kelly,
Mafaso Smoot,
Ariel Kelly,
Lakeisha Snyder Mosby,
Lily Kennedy,
Allison Sorkin,
Colin Kenny,
Emily Soto,
Lauren Kenny,
Francine Spillane,
Liam Kenny,
Olivia Spratt,
Caitlin Kanoyan,
John Sreenan,
Aria Hoshnud,
Madison Staples,
Jalen King,
Mia Stella,
Alexandra Coach,
Jack Stevenson,
Benjamin Shinners,
Olivia Stern, Kayla Stinson, Jack Strong, Jazz Stroud, Aiden Sullivan, Claire Sullivan, Nathan Sykes, Catherine Chaluto, Skylar Tannenwald, Benjamin Taubman, Hannah Taylor, Lauren Thomas, Julia Thomason, Emma Thompson, Jayla Tony, Ileana Torero, Renee Turtelot, Jordan Tao, Lauren Towns, Helen Trasick, Elliot Tran, Heriberto Trejo Perez, Bennett Tucker, John Valenti, Chloe Volpe, Kevin Wang, Yiyang Wang, Devin Washington, Jada Watson, William Watson, Allison Watts, Thomas Weinheimer, Allison Wensloff, Anna Weinstein, Henry Weldon, Oscar Westbridge, Morgan Wheeler, Jackson Wheelock, Alexander Wisman, Destiny White, Jacob White, Tyler White, Essica Whitsett, Catherine Wizorik, Graham Wilgus, Maxwell Werdek, Sierra Wilkerson, Ariana Williams, Jack Williams, Michael Williams, Samari Williams, Susan Williams, Taylor Wilson, Carmichael Wood, Latia Wren, Emily Wunsch, Tyler Yaku, Aaliyah Young, Maximilian Zadlow, Amir Zaffaranian, Lucho Zapata, Jory Zarbin, Skylar Zartman, Annalie Zeilman, Owen Zhang, Zachary Ziegler, Zachary Zobel, Rosalind Zucker.
Graduates, will you please stand and turn to face the audience one last time? One last time. Scholarship Cup recipients, come up and take it away. Go ahead.
Class of 2018, give me an O. O. Give me an A. A. Give me a K. A. Give me a P. P. Give me an A. A. Give me an R. R. Give me a K.